And she said, "What are you going to do about that?" I want you to picture a face, not a face you know, just a face. The specific face a person makes when their brain receives information that it doesn't have a folder for. It is not anger, it's not judgment, it's not even surprise exactly. It's just the moment before all of those things, the half second where someone who loves you is looking at you and trying to decide what this means. I watched that face more than once on people who have known me for decades, and every single time I felt completely fine. It didn't come out all at once. There was no meeting, no announcement, no moment where I gathered the people I love and said, "Okay, here is something I need to tell you all." It came out the way real things come out in real life, organically, in separate conversations with different people at different times, because I was just living. The people who pay attention to my life, they were paying attention, and one by one, they found out. Now, here's what you need to understand about my friends. These aren't casual people. These are women and people who have been in my corner through chapters of my life that I haven't necessarily talked about and may not ever talk about fully. People who knew me before I knew myself. People who were there when things were hard in ways that the highlight reel doesn't show. They knew my life, the full picture, which included a man, someone with history, someone they knew, someone they had opinions about, not bad opinions, just opinions. The kind of opinions that accumulate when you watch two people orbit around each other across a significant stretch of time. When they found out about the arrangement, they weren't starting from zero. They were doing the math in a whole lot of ways with a whole lot of numbers. And some of these equations, I wasn't necessarily ready for. The first thing that happened every single time in every single conversation was silence. Not an awkward silence, more like a loading silence. Then the questions. How did this happen? How long has this been going on? Are you okay? Are the kids okay? What does this actually look like? I answered every single one calmly, honestly, the way you answer people who have been in the room for the hard chapters, people who've earned the right to ask. And I watched something happen across all of those conversations. I watched the shock slowly, gradually turn into something else. Not full understanding, not yet, but something that looked a lot like, okay, she seems fine. She seems more than fine, actually. Then one of them asked me something different, something that had nothing to do with the arrangement. She already knew about the man that I mentioned. My friends knew about my life. I told you the full picture. This particular friend, she knew him. She knew his history with me. She knew his energy. She knew exactly how he was about me, had always been about me, in the specific particular ways that people who have watched two people across many years understand without needing it explained. She looked at me. She said, "What are you going to do about that?" That question is the same question that some of you have been sitting with since prior episodes. Here's what I told her. I had prearranged plans that existed before everything became what it became. The timing worked the way it worked because I had already thought about it, already handled it. Not in a crisis, not scrambling, just thinking ahead the way a woman thinks ahead when she's learned the hard way what it costs not to. My ex already had plans with the kids. That was the schedule. That's how we co-parented. It had always been how we co-parented, without drama, without negotiation, without anyone having to win anything. Everyone moved accordingly. The visit happened. Everyone was fine. And I watched my friend's face move through something in real time, from concern to comprehension to, oh, she already thought about this. She already handled it. There is no emergency here. And that shift on her face told me something about myself that I hadn't even fully named yet, because there was a version of me She knew that version. She had watched that version. Who would have been in pieces over something like that? Who would have needed everyone else to be okay before she could be okay? Who would have managed the situation from the inside of it, reacting, adjusting, surviving? But I was not managing this. I had just built something where it wasn't a crisis. I didn't even know that had happened. And she knew it too, because she looked at me and she exhaled. My friends came around, every one of them. Not because I made a case, not because I sat anyone down with a presentation, but because they watched me. They were curious, genuinely, lovingly curious, to see how this would unfold, whether the piece I was carrying was real or if it was constructed. And they could tell. They knew me too well to be fooled by performed okay. They had seen performed okay, and this was not that. They were cool with my ex, had always been cool with him. There was no villain in this story for them to hold on to. No reason to stay in the worry once the worry had nowhere to land. As long as I was good, they knew I made good decisions. And I was good. I just didn't have the full language for it yet. Now, there is something I haven't told you yet. A trip, my 50th birthday, the Bahamas, about 30 of my friends, people that I love the most from every single chapter of my life, all in one place. From elementary school, from college, work, every season, every version of me, all there. When I tell you who was on the guest list, I need you to already know everything I've told you in these prior episodes, because without that context, it is going to sound completely wrong before it makes any sense at all. I'll see you then. I'm Shanta, and this is On Purpose with Shanta. This series, My Ex-Husband Still Lives in My House, is one of 10 episodes, and we are nowhere near the most interesting part yet. If you're just finding this, go back and watch episode 1. Watch it in order. Every episode is a piece of something that only works when you see the whole thing. So subscribe. Come with me. I'll see you next time.